Cheating wife. Story 1. It's been 3 days since I found out my wife of 7 years and mother of our 2 young kids had cheated on me. It happened exactly a week ago today. He had messaged her on Instagram, and it was a guy I have been worried about for years. I saw he messaged her and curiosity got the better of me and I looked at the messages. I really wish I hadn't. At first she denied it and then yelled at me for looking at her messages, but eventually she came clean. Originally she wanted to end things then, but for some reason I told her no. I damn near begged her to try and work things out. Now I'm so ashamed of myself. I can't even look at her without thinking about it. I can't sleep at night. My work is suffering from it. Everyone is joking about how high I look. And that worries me too. I feel like I'm rambling, but what else to do? I guess I'm asking for advice on how to get out and move forward. The thought of not being with her hurts. I've been with this woman since I was 18, she was 24. But the shame of wanting to stay with her is eating away at me. I don't think I can do this. Please help. Edit. Thank you all for your replies and advice. Some extra info. We have talked about it and I've expressed how when I think about my future I can't see one without her in it. We've recently been through a pretty rough patch, but to my knowledge I thought we were doing well. But she said she's been unhappy. She claims up and down that this has been the one and only time she's done this, and the reason she did it with specific guy was because she knew how I felt about him. She said she wanted me to leave her and she has no idea why I want to stay. I can't answer that question myself. Even as I type this I hate myself for wanting to stay. We both have great jobs that pay well. We both have previously agreed, THSD, no matter what we'd both be there for the kids every step of the way. We know that being separated still means only half the time with the kids, but neither one of us would want the kids to be affected by our decision to split. Why I want to stay. The idea of splitting kills me inside. But I don't want to delay the inevitable. Thank you all again. I know I have a lot to think about, and with it being so fresh I can't make any rational decisions right now. I needed someone to vent to, and I really did need the advice, not how to cope and move on if needed. Edit 2. Not trying to keep this going, just letting you all know I've decided that there's nothing here to salvage. I appreciate all of your responses. I actually went through and read all of them. Believe it or not, even the ones calling me a clown helped me make my decision, lol. Yesterday I was definitely in my feelings, but today I'm seeing a little more clearly. Though it's not as easy as just up and leaving. But my mind is decided. Thank you all again. Redditors' reactions. Redditor 1, so she ducked him. BC, she knew you didn't like him and knew it would hurt you the most. Brother, GTFO there. She is not the one for you. Redditor 2, I'm going to ask you some questions to hopefully get you thinking of these things if you don't have answers yet. Have you spoken with her about the impact this has not only on you, but on your children? Have you asked her why this happened? How long? If there has been anyone else? Have you talked with her about what she wants? Not what she thinks it the right course of action at this time, but what she actually wants. Is this something you think you could ever look past? Is this the type of relationship you want to stay in? Do you think going to couples therapy would be beneficial for your relationship? I'm going to somewhat answer that last one. Yes, couples therapy can help. It can't necessarily save your relationship or fix what's broken, But it can help the two of you talk through this, process it, discuss where to go from here, and make your decisions. I'm so sorry this has happened and that you're in so much pain right now. Story 2. My wife may be cheating. Came home from a business trip early to find my wife entertaining an acquaintance. She prepared a meal and wine. Now is locked in the bedroom. My 54 meters and wife F55 been married 31 years. We live on West Coast. 20 years ago my company moved our little family, 3 kids, 2 from the East Coast. Over the years I have taken on more responsibility and am currently a VP of West Coast operations. I latched onto the coattails of a man who became my mentor. When he was promoted to North America VP, I took his spot. He is now retiring. He has encouraged me to put my hat in the ring to replace him. If I get the position it would mean moving back to the East Coast where we grew up. We are well established where we are. We are involved in the community through the charitable works of my company's foundation and our own personal charities we work with. Our kids are grown now and scattered across the country. None live near us. Our weekends are usually full of events or traveling to see the kids' families. I discussed this with the wife. She has some issues with me getting the position. She is not sure she wants to uproot everything. The move would take us back to near our extended families. One of our kids would be about 200 miles away. This probably my last move up in the company because at my age and position now there is nowhere else to go. We have discussed this and came to the conclusion to do the interviews as it won't hurt anything. My boss friend is pushing for me. I know many of the board members as some come to the charity events we participate in. I also know the upper management quite well because of the years I have been here. I have to emphasize here again my wife is having a hard time with this. I understand completely how she feels. So I went to the interviews this week. Flew back east to HQ. Interviews went well. 3 other internal candidates and they are looking outside the company also. I had to sell myself to them. They did not try to sell the position to me. So I know that I am not a sure thing here. Talked to the wife each night. She started crying that she did not want to keep me from this promotion. We would talk when I got back. I know she was emotional because of the move, but this was out of the norm for her. The last interview was Thursday. I was staying and flying back on Friday. I caught a flight back on Thursday to see what was up. I walked in the door about 9 p.m., and she is on the couch with a guy Sam I know from some charity work. There is an empty wine bottle. I asked what was going on. She said Sam stopped over to talk about an upcoming event. Having a drink with a guest is not unusual when I am there. I take my bag to the bedroom, the bed is unmade. We always make the bed every morning, it's a habit of accomplishing something every day, never miss. I walk back out and Sam is leaving. We say goodbye, then wife kisses me and asks why I am at home a day early. I walk past her into the kitchen. Dishes on the table, pots on the stove. She made dinner. I asked what is going on here. Oh, I was cooking, so asked Sam to stay for dinner. My wife will seldom if ever cook a full meal when I am gone. She asks again, why are you home so early? She is really nervous, and is visibly shaking. I told her I knew she was upset with the potential move and wanted to talk with her. I then told her I think you need to tell me what the hell is going on. She starts crying hysterically and blubbering something I could not understand. Now she is a bit tipsy from the wine, but I can see she is sobering up quick. She says nothing is going on. Why do you say that? I am usually pretty calm, but I lost it. It looks like you are screwing Sam. Do I have that right? She said to stop yelling and went to the bedroom and locked the door. So now it's Saturday. She only came out to grab something to eat while I was on the phone and ran back to the room. I have asked her to come out and talk. I promised not to yell. I know she is deflecting, trying to come up with a reasonable, explainable excuse. What else can I do? I need some clothes for sure. Took what I have on out of the laundry. I am praying there is a reasonable answer, but with her being locked up I don't think so. My boss called me and said another round of interviews next week. I don't know whether to stay for the marriage or to continue the interviews. I already bailed on a dinner tonight since she won't answer me through the door. I really have no one to bounce this off of. My eldest son and I are best buds, but I can't take this to him. Help me think straight. Redditor's reactions. Redditor 1, if I was you, I'd hire a pie while you are away next week. You'll know quick enough. And start a divorce before the pay bumped need be. Redditor 2, you came home a day early. You noticed the bed was unmade, which you state is very unusual. You also noted that your wife cooked a meal, something she doesn't normally do when you are away. Especially enough for two. They were drinking wine? Your wife kept asking, why are you home early? Not hey babe, I'm glad you're back, let's talk about the move. The guy is in your household drinking wine alone without your knowledge. I get that people can have friends over and etc., but this is different. In the way it's described, you stated it's not unusual to entertain guests when you are present. She won't talk to you. Sorry, married couples just don't hide in the bedroom after a spouse is on a business trip. People are creatures of habit. The only time we break those habits is introducing something new that doesn't know the routine. If she doesn't tell you the truth, you may never find out. At this point they both have had enough time to wipe their phones and collaborate a story that can seem plausible. Good luck, op.